All right, here we are, another episode. This one, so I did I was doing some research, putting together some different classes, and part of my research was what's the number one niche in the mortgage industry? Like for loan officers, what niche has the largest amount of closings? And I'm going to say I was shocked on the simplicity of this one. It was one of those duh moments. So the number one niche is first-time home buyers. First-time home buyers. 35% of all mortgages, of all home loan transactions, 35% is first-time home buyers last year. Shocking. I keep forgetting that the young people have grown up, right? And they're now buying houses. They're adults, right? So the millennials, I looked up the other day, the average millennial is, I think it was 37, 38 years old already. It's like, holy cow, when did that happen? So the title of this episode is The Goldmine of First-Time Home Buyers and Why You Should Lean In, right? Because I was totally ignoring this group. It's not that we weren't doing first-time home buyers. I wasn't marketing to them, because I thought, it's we'll get into that in just a minute. So anyway, you're listening to Loan Officer Freedom, number one podcast in the mortgage space. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Carl White, and today I want to talk about a group that often gets overlooked and but can be one of the most powerful drivers of your mortgage business, which is again the first time home buyers. Now, before you say, which is what I used to say, hey Carl, wait a minute. They got a lot of questions, they're nervous, they don't always close fast. Hang tight because today I'm going to walk you through why this group is a total gold mine and how you can serve them in a way that builds long-term trust, endless referrals, right? 'Cause likely, I mean, let's just be real about this. Likely they're going to live a long time, so they can give referrals for decades and help you get a rock solid reputation in your market. So let's dive in. So you go, all right, why first time home buyers matter? Well, I think we kind of already covered that. First time home buyers make up 35% of all home loan transactions. Shocking. Again, it's the single biggest group out there. And here's what most people miss: if you earn their trust the first time around, you don't just get a deal, you get a client for life and what's likely to be a longer life, right? And they're going to come back to you for their move up home, right? The next home they buy, their investment property, refis down the road. And in the meantime, they'll also send you their coworkers, their cousins, their CrossFit buddies, because you made them feel safe in what's probably the biggest financial decision, right? That they're going to make, right? We all know all this stuff. So here's the thing. So you go, all right, Carl, what do first time homebuyers really want? I think this might find surprising too. So let's talk about what they're actually looking for. And I'm telling you right now, it's not a low rate or a fancy mortgage calculator. Here's the three things they're looking for, or kind of, well, let me just go into this. They want clarity, confidence, and a calm voice. Clarity, confidence, and a calm voice in all of the noise. So here's a little bit further of a breakdown of what they're looking for. So they're looking for reassurance, right? So these cats want to know that they're not screwing up, right? They don't want to. The biggest thing people want to make sure of is they're not making a mistake or somebody taking advantage of it. They're afraid of making a bad decision, and they're looking for someone who will tell them you're going to do great, right? You're doing just great. I've got your back, right? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for simplicity, right? They're overwhelmed by the process. My gosh, I am sometimes, and me and my team have done like literally tens of thousands of loans at this point. They don't need all the mortgage jargon. They need somebody that speaks human to them, right? So that's the simplicity. So don't impress them with your vocabulary. Talk to them normally, right? Talk to them normally. Talk to them, that you're a human. They're looking for step by step guidance. Who isn't, by the way, right? They want to know what's happening next. Always, always tell me, hey, what's next? The next one, they're looking for speed of response. Man, that's never been more true than with this group. They're looking for fast response and even a quick, hey, got it? follow up in the morning. Just that builds massive trust. Education, not lectures, right? Just clear, little bite sized, digestible information that makes them feel smart and capable. They're looking for support, not pressure, right? They're not looking to be sold, they're looking to be understood. And then you want to make sure the other thing they're looking for is options. So give them pass forward, be the advisor, not the order taker, right? So again, just in clarification here, they want clarity, confidence, a calm voice. They want reassurance, simplicity, step by step guidance, speed of response, education, support, not pressure, and options, right? So um, sometimes people think, well, yeah, but they have a lot of questions, or they have common objections, and they do, right? They do. But here's what I found: there's typically about 10 common objections. Like a lot of times we think, well, there's 100 questions. Not really. There's about 10 questions they ask that we get asked over and over and over and over. Right? That's really the truth of it. And we're not going to have time to go over all five, but I'll give you, I mean, all 10, but I'm going to give you a little cheat sheet here at the end. I'll give you a little cheat sheet where I'll give it to you. You can either go in the show notes, or I'll give you a website you can go to, and I'll give you the 10 most common objections that I hear. Again, having done, or me and my team, both personal production and as a branch manager, literally tens of thousands of loans at this point. So, I'll give you five of the objections just for time. But again, on my cheat sheet, I'll give you the full 10. So these are the biggest objections we hear from first-time home buyers, and I'm going to tell you how to respond to them in a way that builds confidence instead of resistance. All right, because that's what you want to do. You want to build confidence, not confidence in yourself, even though that's true too. But you want to give them confidence that they're making the right decision by talking to you, and that way you get less resistance for them to move forward. Obviously, if it's in their best interest, of course. So number one, and this one still surprises me. Hey, Carl, I don't have 20% to put down. Most common objection. Still surprises me that people think that, right? But you have to understand they're a first time home buyer, right? They don't know, right? They don't know. So here's what you say to that one. Hey, Jane, or hey, Bob, that's one of the biggest myths out there. In fact, most of my first time home buyers put much less down. Many qualifies for as little as 3% down, and some even 0% down, right? So let's take a quick look at what options might be right for you. In that script, that rebuttal, it shifts the conversation from worry to curiosity. That's what you want to do. And it positions you as the guide. And that's exactly what these people are looking for. Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tips so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free, cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think, or tell me what you'd like to hear next. Next one. Hey, Carl, I'm not sure if my credit's good enough, right? And maybe they've been denied before, or frankly, just the fear of unknown. I never forget, that anytime somebody's getting ready to do an application, they're in essence getting ready to stand financially naked in front of me. Like it's like going to the doctor and doing the physical, and you're taking all your clothes off. There's you're a little hesitant, right? And so I'm not sure if my credit's good enough. We're getting ready to do a financial exam on them, so you just got to calm them down a little bit. So here's what I say to that one. Hey, totally understandable. Hey, let's just take a look. And if you're not quite there yet, I'll show you exactly what steps to take to get ready, and we'll build a game plan together. Right? That's it. And what that script does, or what that rebuttal does, is it turns you into a coach, not a judge. Right? So it takes you into a coach and not looking at them judgmental. Right? The next one. Hey, Carl, man, I'm afraid that we're going to get in over our head. Right. And what that really is just payment fear more than anything else. So what I say to that one is, hey, look, that makes total sense. Look, my job is to help you land on a monthly payment that you're totally comfortable with. Not just what you qualify for, but what you're comfortable with. And we'll walk through the numbers together, and I'll help you set the budget. That's it, right? They look. They don't want these first time homebuyers. They don't want the biggest house, right? They just want peace of mind. Here's another one. I'll give you two more. Carl, what if the market crashes? Right? Look, the media. I don't care which side of your fence you're on. The media has them nervous, right? So when they say, "Hey, what if the market crashes?" Here's what I say. Hey, I get it. Look, what we focus on with first time homebuyers is making sure it's the right time for you, not trying to time the market. Big difference between those two. So if the payment fits your lifestyle and you're planning to stay put for a few years, look, buying makes a lot of sense, right? And when you do that one, like you're bringing logic to an emotional concern. Let me say that again. You're bringing logic to an emotional concern. Last one I'll give you here. Um, Hey, Carl, I think we're just going to wait until the interest rates drop, right? How many times have we heard that, right? Very common delay tactic. So here's what I say to that one. Totally fair. Let me ask you this, though. If rates drop and prices go up, have you really saved any money? I mean, often waiting can actually cost more over time, right? So we can always refinance later if the rates improve, but you can't rewind time if home prices increase, right? You can't do that. And what that helps them do is it helps them weigh in the bigger picture, right? They've never had a home. They might not be familiar with look a 2% increase in the price of the home. When you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, can be substantial. So again, I've got a total of 10 rebuttals I'll give you here at the end of this podcast that you can download them and free to use them as you want, and you'll find that they're going to cover probably 98% of the questions that you'll get. All right. So we just did five, but I'll give you five more. All right. So you go, all right, Carl, boy, you sold me. Sounds like a good idea. How do we attract these first time home buyers? Well, here's the thing. Don't wait for them to find you, right? Go to where they are, right? Look for people who are looking for you. Don't, if you're selling balloons, don't try to sell them in your backyard. Go to Disney. Go to where people that buy balloons are at. And so, some simple, like maybe like, I don't know, four ideas of going where they are is number one, post short educational videos. We're talking like 30 to 60 seconds, and things like three low down payment loans or what's the real cost of waiting. Just short, little, simple videos, right? You can, my personal favorite, partner with agents who love working with first time home buyers, right? You go, well, Carl, how do I do that? We have a whole set of training on exactly how to do that. So this would be like a 3 hour podcast if I was to go into all that. But which we're happy to run you through that stuff. Like we can set up a Zoom call and run you through that. But I love partnering with agents who love working with first time home buyers. I look at like agents as my partners in this stuff. That they're my army of salespeople out looking for customers for me, right? And I've always found that to be the easiest way. And frankly, it's to my knowledge, it's what all the top producing loan officers are doing, right? Another thing you can do is run webinars like buying your first home. Here's what you need to know, kind of stuff on running Zoom meetings or webinars. Set up a simple opt-in funnel, right? We all know that these funnels set in a simple opt-in funnel to give away a free first-time home buyer guide and follow up with the email secrets, right? It's very effective that way. So the main thing what you really want to do is serve first, sell second. Serve first, sell second. So serve them well, and you'll not only close a deal, you'll create raving fans who will send you everyone they know, right? They'll send you all their referrals. And one thing that I always keep in mind to myself, they're not a file, they're future for your business, right? They're not a file, they're not a number, they're the future of your business. They're not a future, they're the future of your business. And they provide what I call the referral ripple effect. The referral ripple effect. So when you show up the right way for a first-time home buyer, they're going to remember it and they talk about it, right? This is a very social group. They talk about it. They're excited and they're grateful. right? They're loyal, and they'll tell the world that you helped them do something they never thought they could do. So, hey, so here's my challenge to you. Don't brush off the first time home buyers. Embrace them. Show up with patience, clarity, and confidence, and be the voice that calms the storm. And you do that, and they'll reward you with business, with loyalty, and with referrals that ripple out for years to come. So, hey, to get my objections and rebuttal cheat sheet, you can probably go look on the show notes if you're watching this. The other thing you can do is if you go to first time homebuyer cheatsheet.com. I know it's a little bit long, but that's what I found today. First time homebuyer cheatsheet.com, and that's first one ST. So one ST, like the number one ST time homebuyer cheatsheet.com, and I'll give you so you didn't have to sit there and take notes all the time. I'll give you my 10 objections and rebuttals that come, that I hear the most of. So all right, I think that's it. So hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hey, if you'd like to see more of our training that we do, would love to talk to you about that. It's getmoreloans.com, and we'll be happy to share with you some of the other training we do. I don't know. Should I give out two? See what I did? I gave you two different things to do. Let's just stick with one. You know what? Just go get the first time homebuyer cheatsheet.com. Let's just start there. First time homebuyer cheatsheet.com. And that's what I want you to do. And that's what I want you to do to get started. So if this episode helped you, do me a favor, share it with another loan officer who needs to hear it. If you're a branch manager, share it with your loan officers. And if you haven't already, subscribe so that you never miss an episode at whatever platform you're at. And again, I love those 5-star reviews. So thank you so much for the honest reviews. I really appreciate it. So first time homebuyer cheatsheet.com. And thanks as always. Looking forward to giving you the goodies. And I'll see you on the next episode of Loan Officer Freedom. Thanks again, everybody. Bye bye.